Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently again, unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Now if it says when you rise up, when you lay down, when you walk by the way, when you're sitting down in your house, that means all the time this word should be in your mouth. Is the Bible in your mouth? Is the words of the Lord in your mouth on a continual basis, every day? Are you trying to understand the law, statutes, commandments, or is this a joke? Are you so goddamn asleep that you can't see the lies of the white man? You're either walking in truth or you're walking in lies, man. And he said we're supposed to talk of it and keep on it all the time. And if you're not on that mind frame of always being diligent and trying to find the law, statutes, commandments, and the will of the Most High and search these scriptures, you're full of shit and you're a liar. And you're lying to yourself, and the Most High is going to destroy you. This is back to Psalm 77, and 12. I will meditate also of all thy work. That's why he said, study to show thyself approved. If you study to show yourself approved, then you're in the scriptures studying. You're in the word studying. He says, and talk of thy doings. How many people are really talking about the ways and the doings of the Most High? How many people actually know their heritage and culture and their nationality, which is that we so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites by blood? That's our culture. That's why we must obey the law, statutes, commandments, because they were given to us. In Deuteronomy, the 29th chapter, it says in verse 12. Well, I'll start with 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel. The Most High gave a covenant and commandment to us. Now you don't know that you're Israel anymore because white man has lied to you and told you that you're African American. And that's dumb. Because you are who your daddy is, and your daddy's daddy, and his daddy's daddy's daddy, all the way back to the beginning. And if you came through the seed of a particular bloodline, that's who you are today. Not some mixture and conglomeration of a wicked nation that stole you. And it's still killing our people. And enslaving our people. Do you know what they do in jails? Jails is actually a slave plantation. They make you do work for pennies. They'll get you out here in the streets for something petty. Go ahead on and go do something. I don't give a damn what it is. They're going to lock your ass up, man. Don't pay your goddamn car note. Don't call. They're locking people up for not paying their bills, man. And people don't even know that. They're locking people up for all kind of minor traffic violations that is supposed to be no minor traffic violation. Or your headlight out. Or you don't got insurance. Or you don't have a license. According to the Constitution and according to the Supreme Court, it was already proven we don't need no license or insurance to drive. But people don't break down the word. They don't go break down their own so-called laws in the American world. So I know you ain't breaking down the Most High laws in the Bible. They got so many laws that's out here that's wicked and contrary to what God says and contrary to what the common notion is. And they're locking up our people for it. And they're making them go work in some prison yard. Doing anything from planting stuff to growing stuff to farming to making license plates to whatever. And they give them pennies on the dollar. And then the other slaves, which is all of us, we go to these corporations, work at McDonald's, while the managers, CEOs, and the regionals and all this other shit make 50, 70, 90, $100,000, $1 million a year, and they'll give the worker who is actually slaving 8 to 12 hours a damn day, they'll give you minimum wage. And then they'll tax you in every single way so you can't live. If you got to pay your car note, you got to pay rent, you got to pay for food, you got to pay for gas, you got to pay for lights, you got to pay for electricity, you got to pay for your car insurance, you got to pay for your car note, you got to pay all this. By the time you get down, you always in debt. That's why we're in $17 trillion in debt as a nation. Because they set the tables against us where we cannot survive and we cannot even make it, and our people sit over there and content with this, man. That's why the Most High is about to destroy this place, man. That's why the Most High is about to do it. Alright? Skipping down in Deuteronomy 29 and 12. Well, verse 9. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that ye may prosper in all that ye do. Verse 12. That thou shouldest enter into covenant with the Lord thy God, and to his oath, which the Lord thy God maketh with thee this day, that he may establish thee today for a people unto him, and that he may be unto thee a God. And he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, Abraham, to Isaac, and Jacob. That's who we are as a people. Yes, sir.
I was looking at this, we got the 12 tribes.
That's right.
And I had a question. Are you saying, like, is basically what they're saying, like every nationality basically came from the same place, separating my tribes?
All nationalities came from, first of all, the Most High. He made people separate, right? He didn't intend for all people to be the same. We go in Genesis, the 6th chapter, for example. It says, and it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. That's normal men, right? Okay, so he said men. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. So right there, there's a separation between classifications of mankind. All right, let me, before I break it down a little more, I'll read one more. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Now he's talking about the sons of God who just came down with the daughters of men. He calls us a man as well, but he calls us a son of God, and he calls them men. It's a separation. But he said we're in flesh as well. So the true sons of God are also in flesh, but they're different than normal men. Otherwise, he would have said this is all the same people. So now one thing we don't understand is there's a difference between peoples. You have sons of God, you have sons of the wicked, and you have sons of men, just normal men. Now let's see who God said the people of God are, the Hebrew Israelites, in Psalms 82. This is Psalms 82 and 6. I have said ye are who? God. Then he just say sons of God? Now if you're a son of God, that means God is your father, right? And you're his son. All right? He said, I say ye are gods. Is that a capital G or lowercase? So that means, that's the Hebrew word behind it you got to understand, which is called Alahayim, which means angels or powers. The root of it really means power. All right?
It's good talking to you. Catch this bus, but I see you over here often.
Hey, man, I'll give you my card, man. Seek this out, man. We the kings of this earth, man. And that was a good question, man. All right? Seek it out, man. My number's on it too, man. All right? So there's a difference in classification between people. All right? He says, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. So why the Most High said the sons of God are going to die like men if we're all the same? We're not all the same. We're different. That's what it means to be a Hebrew Israelite. We are the actual children of God by blood. So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native American Indians. All right? Psalm 77 and 12. I will meditate also on all thy work and talk of thy doing. Who's supposed to do that? The true men of the Lord, the true people of God. All right? And he said, we'll talk of thy doing. So this is my conversation. Every opportunity that I have, to the point people don't even want to hear it no more. But that's fine, because I'm going to talk of thy doings, O power, if you give me the strength to. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? Thou art the God that doest wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Thou hast with thine arm, which is Yahweh Shai, redeemed thy people, the sons of Jacob and Joseph, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. He didn't say the whole planet. art the God that doeth wonders, that hast declared thy strength among the people. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people, the